Kobe Bryant, number 24 for the Los Angeles Lakers. Check out the Sullivan Project podcast. Harold is a winner.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sullivan Project podcast. I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. We got a lot to get to as I record this. I've been having all kinds of stuff going on. I'm going to do it again, though. I'm going to keep things going as much as I can. There's a lot of stuff going on with people in my life. And, people have been on the podcast. So it's been busy. If y'all haven't tuned in before, we just recently got over 500 subscribers on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. I've been blind for 4.5 years now. And I was born with an autoimmune disease. I've been in the power wheelchair since I was around 10 or so. And we all, got our own stuff. Everyone has a story, and you can't judge a book by its cover. So next time you think, you want to be someone, or you're jealous or whatever, you don't know what they got going on, what they've been through, what's inside. All you see is something. I don't see nothing on the outside anymore. I look deeper, I always did, but now it's a whole new level. So we got some reviews, though, too. We got Supernatural, some new Final Destination, all kinds of stuff finally coming out here. Waiting for stuff for free. Supernatural, they moved it. So if you got disappointed, they took it off of Netflix. It's going to be on Prime now, if you have that. So I have both. And I've reviewed, this is going to be season 3. I've done season 15, season 1, 2, and then number 3 here. Because I had 15 available first. So we're going to review number 3 and a bunch of other stuff here. And in case y'all, let's see, I already said that part. You can email the show, hs1978-2015 You can call 724-513-1472. We're doing audio right now if you want to be on as a guest, or you just want to get something out, let me know. The Sullivan Project podcast right now is on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, all under Sullivan Project podcast. I'm going to change a couple of things. You can still find old stuff under Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube and TikTok, and then Harold Sullivan period 35 Facebook. But I had been having some kind of a whole bunch of problems with internet and devices. Don't know what it is. I think it's the internet. And right now I'm trying to get them just to send me a new modem. And hopefully that will fix this, because literally we just cleared the cache. My caregiver helped me clear the cache, whatever it's called, which you have to do on a computer. Once it starts lagging, you should do that every so often. But somehow, or this is just a coincidence, that just set off a thing where my Facebook got signed out, a bunch of other stuff, and then Facebook would not let me sign back in no matter what, or how I tried to verify, or what password I did. So I lost about 12 years. It's still there. Y'all can check it out, but I can't access the new one. So please add the new, or I can't access the old one, but the new one you can, Sullivan Project podcast. Please add that. I got to start again. And it's been tough. Same with TikTok. TikTok keeps saying I don't have an account, making me open new ones. Well, thank God the YouTube stayed okay. So that's still good. I just changed the name, so it's all Sullivan Project podcast. TikTok is now not letting me upload video. It's saying processed and then disappearing. So if anybody can help out with any of this by the time I air this, let me know. This is going crazy. I've tried a couple of different devices hooked to my internet, and they won't stay hooked to the internet, so I'm thinking there's something wrong. And they're telling me the internet signal's fine, and they're kind of arguing with me just about sending me a new modem. It's been 2.5 years or more I've had this, so I think they should be able to do that, just so I can see if that's the problem, because I have never had this problem. Actually sign out stuff, like in the middle of the day, it's signing me out of social medias and stuff, and it's just doing weird stuff. All my devices are unconnecting to Alexa, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm doing that. Danny showed up here, in case y'all been following this. It wasn't very good. I don't want to get into too much details. He doesn't listen to this stuff, but my friend I believe he's an alcoholic, and he needs to get help. because he treated me very disrespectful and rude. And I never thought, I'd known him since he was 8 years old, and he's the dad to my two god babies, and I love him. But he was here a few days ago, and he just was not cool. And I even got him a calzone, half a calzone. I bought a calzone to split with him, and he basically threw it on the floor and was like, "What the f is this?" Because he was so drunk and going in and out of I don't know what. He just didn't realize what was going on. He probably doesn't remember, and it's just a lesson to people. That's just not the answer. He says he doesn't feel good unless he drinks. Well, that's not feeling good. You know what I mean? You got babies, dude. So God bless and oh man, people. You know, like I said, do you think you want to be someone else? Think again, right? So that's what's going on with that. My body pain is still bothering me. I'm trying to get another cushion for my leg. I'm working on that. I did get the batteries for the new batteries finally for the wheelchair. So that all meant to that. So, I was assaulted recently. Let's get to that, which I never thought that happened in my life. And this is an odd story, but let's get to it because it's only, it's just this stuff happens to me. It seems like. So anyway, I have a couple of different transportations I can get through my insurance. I called the one. They said that they didn't have anybody available, which is crap. How do you know a week ahead of time? They always do that. We can't pick you up. Okay. Well, I called another transportation. They said they could. All right. So come the night before my trip, the original one calls me, and not the other one, and they leave a voicemail with the times they're going to be to pick up. And then the lady who had my trip on the way back called, but not the person who had my trip on the way out. So the next day, the bus company shows up that said they couldn't take me. Oh, no, the bus company that said that they could take me showed up, but it was the other ones who was calling me. It's kind of a little confusing. But anyway, the wrong company showed up to get me and wanted me to go with them, and I wasn't going to go with them because I didn't know where they were going to take me or how I'd get back because I had one person calling to bring me back, so I knew I could get back. So I called this lady and I said, he said, you got me on the way back. Who got me on the way out? And why is the other company showing up? She says, I'll call and find out and let you know. So she calls and finds out. She lets me know that another guy has me. He just hadn't even bothered to call me. You know what I mean? At all. And he's going to be running late, actually. This is at 11:30, and my pickup's supposed to be 12:30 for a 1 o'clock appointment. And I only have to get my toenails cut, and then I had 1:30 to return. So this guy at 12:45, I call to find out where he is. I call the insurance company, and they call the dispatch, and he's running late. Well, nobody lets me know. You know what I mean? Nobody from there calls me. You know, they don't know if that lady told me, or they might have, but still, that you can't leave that to that. And so and the dude gets here. He don't even get here till like 2, and my appointment's at 1. And I get there like a little after 2. I mean, I wasn't even in there 5 minutes literally once I got in. Okay, but when I got to this place, I got to there. The other lady was coming already to pick me up. Like she was late. Like it made her late because she's supposed to be there 1:30 to pick me up. We didn't get there till like a little after that. So anyway, when I get to the place, I'm following the guy and I'm blind and he's trying to guide me left to right, driving the power wheelchair. We get to the building and it seems like it took forever. It's cold. It's in the 30s, right? And the guy, we get to the door and he refuses to open the door to let me in, and he doesn't speak English. I don't know, he's like, oh, but and that's like, wow, dude, really? This is, and this company, the one I had gotten several times before and had problems with them being late and sending me out in vehicles that were broken down or that broke down, and I wasn't supposed to get them. And I put them on a list not to get them, and they changed their name now, so about the third or fourth time at least. So they gave me them because they have a different name. It's called West Rides for Health. It used to just be Rides for Health, and it was R for H, and just all these different names. So again, if you don't give me them, I don't get this problem. So the dude screaming and yelling at me won't let me in the building. I can hear people walking in and out, and I'm like, "Can you open the door? And let me in." I'm freezing. He don't. He's just yelling at me. He won't let me in. I'm blind, and nobody's opening the door. And this dude grabs my arm. I don't know why. I only weigh 70 pounds, y'all. I'm 4 foot, a little over 4 feet tall. I don't know why. He don't need to touch me. There's no reason to. I never had that happen before in the past. When I had sight, you don't just put your hands. especially now. You grab someone, that's assault. The dude grabbed me. I started screaming, yelling. I'm like, I need the police and get the cops. Of course they didn't do nothing. They didn't call anybody. I didn't have a phone or a way to. Okay. And then he gets the dispatch on the phone, and the lady starts yelling at me. Then the guy gets on and starts yelling at me, and they speak English. And in the meantime, I just want to get in there and get warm and then find the doctor's office. So actually, I just wanted to leave, but I wanted to get warm first, and then by that time, I just wanted to get on the other bus and come back, because that was ridiculous. So all that for them to tell him to open the door to let me in, and he did after 30 minutes or so, just sitting out there freezing. My legs were getting numb and cold. All this because of this guy for what? Right? And then I found the doctor's office, got my nails cut, got in and got out. And the lady patiently came up. But she even waited another 20 minutes because she didn't think I'd be done already. So, and they didn't leave a card for the doctor to call back when I got done. So we're like, how do I get home? And then the lady comes waltzing up and she's like, I've been in the parking lot waiting. I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I called back, and the doctor's office, they wouldn't even call the police either. So when I get home, I called and I complained and I told the police. And I didn't really push it a lot, but if I really would have, they would have had to do something because that's just not cool. But I explained to them how he grabbed me and all that. And I'm at home just trying to relax after hours of going through that. And I came home and tried to eat dinner and had to call the police because a dude grabbed me and didn't need to touch me. He didn't need to. I don't understand. So, I mean, my God, this is what I'm dealing with here. I love y'all, you know what I mean? But he could have bruised me, or he didn't bruise me, but he could have ever broke my arm easily if he had just grabbed or twisted harder, and there was no reason to touch. And again, why are they hiring him if he judges to do that, right? And that's their judgment to hire that person. So been having visions lately, dreams or whatever you want to call it, from passed on people. I actually had someone that overdosed years ago came to see me recently, and she was younger. I knew it was her though. It's amazing how they look younger sometimes. And she was wearing like a waitress. I don't know if she was a waitress at one time, but it was a different kind of outfit, kind of what I remember her wearing. And she seemed cool though, and it was a good feeling, a good emotion. And then I had some other ones happen where I know there was at least one person that passed on. It was odd, right? Because I was talking to one of the bus drivers actually on that trip about another bus driver, and she had just had hip surgery, the lady we were talking about. And so I had a dream one night, and I believe she's okay. Oh my gosh, hopefully, she didn't pass. Good God, from hip surgery. But I got a dream one night of her pulling up in the bus because she used to drive me in the bus. But then there was somebody on the bus who had passed. And then there was another person who was an older man who he may have as well. And it's just odd to have. Like, that just seems like it means something, you know what I mean? And the one person, we didn't particularly have a good relationship. The two of them I met just on the bus. Like, that was our relationship. But this visit was nice and good energy. So it was almost like they were on the bus gathering and just coming to visit me. Like, and it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? God bless again. Things can happen, but you have to really believe. And passed on people, they can come back and see you, and it's for real. You know what I mean? But you can't be. Nobody can really make you believe. Like, you just have to experience it, and then if you know if it's a dream, you know if it's not. You know when it's something different, and you know if you're just not even experiencing it. So I can tell you I have. And lots of people that I didn't expect. I don't expect anybody to pass away and come visit me, but yeah, I've had people come visit. And it's like maybe because they know I'm able to receive it. Because why would they pick me? You know what I mean? I don't know. So Nosferatu. Let's get to some reviews, and then think of some more here. The new Nosferatu is great. Okay. It's got the guy who played Skarsgård, who played in It, who played Pennywise, and he was also in The New Crow, which I did not like. It was horrible, in my opinion. Uh, but the movie's good, and it's a remake, kind of. It's just an old Dracula vampire type movie. Very good score, acting. The accents are great. The way this guy he breathes is like, like he has, like it's creepy. like he's struggling, and it's just very sensual as well with the women and the ending too. I mean, I'm gonna give it an 8, and I don't. That's what I give because my highest. So and it's a new movie, so I usually don't give new movies high ratings, but I'm gonna give it a rating of an 8. And check it out; it's actually free now. I've been waiting for it to come on. Also, Final Destination Bloodline, or Bloodlines, I should say, and R.I.P. Tony Todd. And this movie is good, and it may be again. I'm thinking it's part 6, right? That it's not going to be good. I'm a fan of the series, and but then people are saying, oh, it might be the best one. And of course, it's usually people that have only seen a couple, or they just jump on the newest one, or they're younger. And since they're younger, the newer ones are better to them. It's like if you see a remake before an original, or whichever one you see first, you kind of think is better. Uh, but I agree with kind of that it might be the best Final Destination. So, and Tony Todd has a nice role, and spoilers a little bit. It's almost like, I mean, he was passing away from cancer. He was dying, but it's almost like, did he know he was about to go? Because he makes a statement in there, and yeah, so it kind of ties his backstory in, and so you get a little bit of that in there, and a fresh new take. But then they bring other parts of other movies in, and I liked it. That's what made it good. I don't know what they can do from now because I wouldn't have thought you know, did, what else could they do? But they did this one, so I recommend. I'm gonna give that right up there. I don't know what I didn't. I haven't reviewed any of the other ones. I don't think yet, but I'll say 8-2 on that one. Might as well, right? Final Destination Bloodlines. Okay. There is a computer. What are my stickies? Computer. What are my stickies?
I found 47 notes. Nosferatu Netflix Supernatural Season 3 Final Destination Bloodlines Heidi Superhero Boy Meets World.
Computer stop. Okay, Netflix. Yeah, Netflix, I'm mentioning them. They just bought out Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers was for sale. So now they own all the DC movies and the superheroes. Of course, my heater's coming on, so I'm going to try to talk a little louder. Y'all might hear that. I had a fan on. This is just weird in this house. All of a sudden, it's below 82. It was so hot there a second ago. I had the fan on. I turned it off so y'all didn't have to hear the humming. Now you got to hear the heater. It just kicked on. That's what I mean. There's energies in this house regardless. And I always call it gremlins, like in the machines. So, yeah, now they own that. They own HBO and HBO Max. So they're not sure if they're going to combine all that into Netflix or keep those apps. So there's a lot up in the air. The Supergirl trailer's out now, so go check that out. Also, Superman in the Year, we'll talk about. There was a movie, Superman, that came out in 2025, of course, and I gave my rating. I didn't think it was that good. Also, we had Selling Superman, which was a documentary, Shopping for Superman, and we had The Superman, which was a Christopher Reeve story. Those are all documentaries I recommend checking out. So it was kind of like the year of Superman. And there's a bunch of more Superman stuff coming out. Clayface movie coming out. DC stuff. Marvel. I'm not sure about that right now. We got that there. Computer, what are my stickies? Computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes.
Okay.
Nosferatu Netflix Supernatural Season 3 Final Destination Bloodlines Heidi Superhero Boy Meets World.
Computer, stop. Computer, stop. Yeah, I use that. It's called the thing, but you can change the names on it. It's on the Echo device. And it plays video on that with your voice, but most of the time that doesn't work either. You know what I mean? Even if you have a subscription to it, it's terrible. But thank God I have these things in audio books I can listen to. I'm almost through the audio Bible the 26th time now. There's like 12, 13 hours left out of 87 hours in the last a little over 4 years. So, Boy Meets World, I've been checking out those episodes. They're free. I'm actually almost into season 7 out of 7 seasons. And then, of course, there's 3 Girl Meets World seasons. I'm not going to review them all. Just talk about how good the show was, though. You know, I didn't realize that, of course, when you're younger and then you go back and you check out all these episodes, the stories they're trying to tell. They don't make TV like this anymore. Good, clean stuff, but good stories that have lessons in them, you know. And so I had forgotten, about, well, Minkus, he disappears, right? And then he comes back and he's a senior in high school with them, but they don't show him for like 3 or 4 or 5 seasons. Same with the teacher Turner. I'm not sure if they bring him back again, but he gets in a motorcycle accident and he almost dies, and then it's like, what happened to him? Spoiler: Sean's dad does die after disappearing over and over and coming back. Being a dad and not being a dad. They had a cameo though from one of the monkeys on there. Actually, 2 of the monkeys, Davy and Mickey. And then they had the Salem, the cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, a bunch of other cameos, and so it was a cool show. Of course, the guy who did the Knight Rider voice of the Clark Kent plays Feeney, the teacher, in the show. He's a main character. Don't remember him from too much, but he was on both of those shows, and they were about 7 years each, so that's like 14 years, I think. 12 to 14 years. I think Knight Rider was 7 years. It might have been 5, the original. But yeah, that's Boy Meets World. I do recommend going. It's good, clean. Kids can check it out. Every age can, you know what I mean? There's all different stories in there, not bad stuff. They don't even really get racy with stuff. No language. I don't even think there ever was any cussing at all. And it's hard to do that, and keep people entertained, especially for that many seasons. And there's 20-some episodes a season too, even back then. So check out Boy Meets World. I recommend good, clean stuff. Boy Meets World. We just had Oswald Chow from Supernatural as a celebrity guest cameo. And now I'm going to get into the review of Supernatural Season 3. I don't know why this was a short season, only 16 or so episodes out of 20-something. They usually did 20-something, and I couldn't find out why. And you can tell, too, because the way they end it, it's like, well, we're missing kind of a quarter of a season. There's some more that should be here. So there will be a little bit of spoilers. But, yeah, we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to go, because there's so much going on with the podcast. I'm trying to rebuild some stuff and keep building what we had and not lose, and I'm having all these technical issues. I don't know why. I need help. I don't have a team. It's me and a couple of my caregivers, Actually, me and like one caregiver helps me. So I'm doing the best I can. Computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes.
Computer, what is my sticky number 14?
Your 14th sticky note is Hunter couple changeling rabbit's foot bartender fairy tales.
Computer, stop. Okay, so Hunter, there was a couple. And Sam and Dean run into them, and they're hunting vampires in the beginning episode. So there's like a pack of vampires. And I don't remember the name of the married couple. They're like a married couple. And they run into them a few times. So we got a couple. Then there's a changeling episode, which is one of Dean's ex-girlfriend. He goes back, and it's like Dean might have a son. Spoiler. But these things are taken over, and they're looking like the kids, and they're called changelings. Kind of. It's pretty creepy. Computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes.
Computer, what is my sticky number 14?
Netflix
Computer.
Season 3 final
Computer.
Bloodlines, Heidi
Computer.
Boy
What is my sticky number 14? Computer, what is my sticky number 14?
Your 14th sticky note is Hunter couple changeling rabbit's foot bartender fairy tales.
Computer, stop. Okay, there's a rabbit's foot, like a lucky rabbit's foot. But if you lose it, that you get unlucky. So it's a different trick. Somebody breaks in and steals this out of a box that's in John Winchester's storage shed that he's hiding. They just so happens to. Boy, they really thought of some angles, you know what I mean? And there's a bartender who's making like people are going to make deals with so they can get stuff. Bartender. Computer, what are my stickies? Computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes. Nosferatu
Computer,
Netflix.
what is my sticky note number 14?
Your 14th sticky note is Hunter Couple Changeling Rabbit's Foot Bartender Fairy Tales.
And then there's a fairy tale episode where all these fairy tales, like people are getting killed by things that seem like they're fairy tales come to life. That's another episode. Like they have these out there episodes of Supernatural, but they do them in a way that you're okay with it. You know, computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes.
Computer, what is my sticky number 15?
Your 15th sticky note is Drownings, Girl Vampires, Bad Santa Witches.
Computer, stop. Okay, then there's a bunch of people drowning, like from nothing out of nowhere. Okay, and then there's girl vampires. It's like a pack of, like they're female vampires. Computer, what are my stickies? Lots of vampires in season 3. Computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes.
Computer, what is my sticky note number 15?
Your 15th sticky note is Drownings, Girl Vampires, Bad Santa Witches.
And there's an episode where there's a Santa Claus going around killing. It's like a Santa Claus monster killing people. Kind of like a Krampus thing, I guess you'd want to call it. And then there's some witches in the cup. Number 16.
Your 16th sticky note is Dream Master Groundhog Day Demons Ghost Faces.
Computer, stop. Okay, there's a guy who killed people in their dreams, kind of like Freddy. He has his dream tea, which is like mugwort. If you could get it, it's a real thing. It helps you calm and all that and go into dream states. It was supposed to be actually Jason and Voorhees. Kane Hodder was rumored to be playing him in this special episode, and something happened. They couldn't get the rights right years ago, so they changed it to an episode. But I guess there was going to be like an episode where a Jason type character showed up. But it's called Dream a Little Dream, actually. But it's about a guy kind of like Freddy killing people. Groundhog Day is where Dean just gets killed over and over again. It's kind of funny. And they're trying to figure out why. It's the trickster showing up to us, what it is. Ghost Facers is like this funny group of homemade ghost hunters. And Sam and Dean run into them a few times. Okay, and then I believe we have the Hellhounds, which is the girl with the British accent. I can't remember. Ruby, I think. No, it's Belle is her name. She's about to get killed by Hellhounds, and they kind of try to help her out at the end. Computer, what are my stickies? Computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes.
Computer, what is my sticky number 16?
Your 16th sticky note is Dream Master Groundhog Day Demons Ghost Faces Fake Calls Organs Hellhound.
Oh, and then there's a demon, a bunch of demons in there in that episode, just taking over a place and butchering people. There's calls coming, fake calls coming in from pretending to be. Dean gets a call from their dead dad, I believe, is that episode. Computer, what are my stickies? It's like people are getting calls from past ones or something. Computer, what are my stickies? Computer, what are my stickies?
I found 47 notes.
Computer, what is my sticky number 16? Computer, what is my sticky number 16?
I found 47 notes.
Computer, what is my sticky number 16? Computer, what is my sticky number 16? Computer, what is my 16th sticky?
Your 16th sticky note is Dream Master Groundhog Day Demons Ghost Faces Fake Calls Organs Hellhound.
And then there's a guy who's living because he takes organs, and he's figured out a way to transplant them. Anytime he gets hurt, he takes an organ and puts it in parts and stuff. It's messed up. Hopefully this video, though, this is another part added to the other one and just quit recording. I don't know. My gosh, like I said, the equipment. And it seems like this one started recording. So I love y'all. Be the light. How much time I'll be back here, you know what I mean? As much as I can. I just got another camera as a backup just in case. This one, though, that the battery never runs out and it's charged. Doesn't stop, but then it just stopped for a moment. So hopefully we'll get this. I love y'all. Love's your choice. And so is the hate.